Morning. I'm TJ. How are you doing?
Okay, sorry I'm late.
That's okay. Hi. Who do we have here? Oh, yes. She's adorable. Oh. So we're evaluating her reactivity, right? It's been a while. Have you seen any improvement lately, or have you been able to work on things at all?
Well, the only problem we had was at daycare.
Okay.
At home, he has another, he's a brother. Now,
So like no situations in the neighborhood kind of deal?
no, because I live in a very rural area.
Oh, okay.
And he seems to be listening a little bit better when I call him. But, other than that, he's a happy-go-lucky.
Okay.
They said at daycare, he went to Dogtopia, is my understanding. You used to work there. He's just full of energy, and he doesn't listen to cues from other dogs. Kind of gets in his nose, gets his nose in where it doesn't belong.
Okay. Is he muzzle trained yet?
No.
Okay.
I'm working on it. I think the first one I ordered another one yesterday. I think the first one I got
Is he small?
was a little too small.
Okay.
Because he would not. I don't know, I would put it on him and then he would just kind of go like this, and maybe he's a little too big. So I ordered a silicone one now, which I like.
Okay. The main thing is to try to keep it on for like short amount of time and then take it off for him, just to get him used to having it on.
Okay.
And you taking it off for him. So instead of him trying to take it off, having him sit and listen to you, and then you take it off for him.
Okay.
Sometimes what'll help too is being outside. Because just the natural distractions like what he is now will help to just have him not focus on this new thing on his face, whereas if you're doing it inside, that's like all he can focus on.
Okay.
So things will help. So what I'll do is I'll get the boarding mate here, and because she's really friendly, but she's a puppy too, so she's working on her social cues and things like that. So it should be a pretty good fit, and then if necessary, and hopefully if we have time, we'll evaluate with a couple of my dogs that are very well socialized.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be right back. Good girl, come. Good girl. Do you have any of Nash's favorite treats on you?
Sorry.
Do you have any of Nash's favorite treats on you? Okay. Is he allergic to salmon? Okay. So what we'll want to do, very good, is get them warmed up to redirecting back to us before the engagement. It's usually easier before they get too excited or fixated. So what I'm gonna do, which one's your car? Which one's your car? Okay. I'll leave you some treats on there. Well, I know. Come. So go ahead and come by and get the treats first and try to get his attention back, because we'll want them to kind of be able to redirect back to us easily. Very good. There you go. Go ahead and close the distance to him and try again. And go ahead and try to get in front of him and try again. There you go. There you go, very good. Hopefully he likes it. There you go. And the reason why you always want to warm up first is because it makes it easier for them to remember to disengage. Good girl. Thank you. Especially if they're not used to those social skills. Sometimes, depending on the pup too, it just might be already past a verbal recall most of the time. So that's why, you know, cutting the distance in half, getting in between, like breaking line of sight, helps with breaking the fixation, or just moving away, forcing them to follow you and create space, because generally that will also help like eliminate those problems. Okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and walk together for a bit, and we'll get closer and closer as he kind of remains calm. So we'll get him just used to being around each other first before even meeting. Okay? I'll just follow you. It might be easier, I guess, if you follow me. Come on, Poppy. Good girl. There you go. All right. So what I'm looking for is just changes in his body and his behavior. Looking to see if he's relaxed or stiff, how easy it is for him to refocus onto you, because he's fixated onto her right now pretty hard if you're looking. Right? So, you know, just being able to kind of get him back to you is important. Poppy. Yes, good girl. Good. He's working on it. You also might be too distracted too. There you go. Good girl. This way. Good. So now that he's a little distracted, we'll let her kind of slowly meet. Good. And then disengage. Come here, Poppy. Poppy. Yes, very good. Good girl. Thank you. Good listen. Okay. All right, and now go ahead and walk up and re-engage again. Good girl. Yep. So we're pretty much just letting him kind of go at his own speed here. Okay. A lot of times with some insecure pups, the face-to-face confrontations can be difficult, and that's how a lot of puppies like to meet. Usually it's a lot more polite, and dogs will get a lot more information when they go to the rear end to sniff the other dog, you know, but that takes practice in developing. So go ahead and try it. There we go. Go ahead and let him, there you go, perfect. Okay. What was that, huh? Who's back there? Okay, perfect. There you go. Good. Okay. So he seems a little bit more reserved. So in like a daycare environment, if he is surrounded by pups that want to engage or in higher energy and things like that, and he's either taking things slower or not yet, then that's fine. Go ahead and release the pressure. So he might want to play and engage, so we're just gonna try to keep the leash as loose as possible. There you go. This one is unsure, but also maybe wants to play, so that's good. Get distracted by the grass. You can go ahead and move. You want to try to keep the leash as loose as possible,
Okay.
so there's no additional tension from us. The only time when we'll need to pull is to separate, and that's just going opposite directions. So you can kind of see he's not really that engaged. He's a little bit interested, but he's more unsure than anything else. And she's just trying to do her best, there you go, to get him to play. Yep, there you go, good. Now he's posturing like he wants to too, but he's now also moving back too, so he's unsure. So he seems almost overwhelmed just by her advancement on wanting to play. That's another sign there, right?
Right.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him some time and space. Poppy, come here. Good girl, good listen. Okay. And then let him re-engage back on his own. There you go. So it's important to help relieve pressure like that for pups whenever they feel uncertain or overwhelmed. And if he's not getting that release of pressure because maybe there's too much going on or the attendant's busy and he's got multiple pups there, you know, if you build up that kind of pressure and he's already uneasy, it'll seem like he'll be more and more uncomfortable until he reacts. Because right now he's not sure, you know. He wanted to play, he thought about it, now he's looking to mom for that comfort. You know, go ahead and, you know, let him know that everything's okay. There you go. Good girl, thank you. It's always easier in a off-leash environment.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Very good. So you can kind of see his just general disinterest in play, even with good advancements and good cues from the other dogs. So it just might be that he just needs more time to get used to the other dogs, or there might be too many and it's overwhelming. And so that might also be why to them it might seem like he's not listening to cues, but it's because he's scared, right? Because he's doing really good about avoiding. You know, he's not misreading her when she's barking, you know, and giving him kisses and play pouncing and things like that. He's just uncertain, right?
Okay.
So he definitely needs to develop some of those social skills and learn to relax and have fun. Because if he doesn't, then he could easily misconstrue certain situations. Very good. Good girl. Thank you. So I'm rewarding her for not continuing to press the issue and just giving him a break and coming back.
Yeah, because they kind of label him as a bully. And again, he did attack another dog, but maybe it sounds like it.
Maybe why is the thing.
He gets overwhelmed and then...
Especially, like, see what he's doing now, right? Especially in that kind of environment, the other dog might not have even been the one causing the pressure, but might have been like the tip of the iceberg. Because I had a friend once that had to stop going there because their dog just got, you know, overwhelmed from playing with too many dogs and kind of just needed a break, you know. And so going to like a dog park where there's less dogs and more space was good for them sometimes. It just really depends on the pup and their demeanor, you know, their normal temperament, and then also where they're at in socially, you know. Does he want to play and meet other dogs? Does he want kind of just want to chill? Just you know, all those things. There you go. Good boy.
Will we be able to hopefully get into that point where he go to Dogtopia, or
It just depends.
just some just don't work in that environment?
Yeah.
Okay.
it's a pretty intense environment when you think of it, because I remember even like come around holiday season, you'd have anywhere from like 20 to 30 dogs in a room. And if he's already unsure about just having one dog here and trying to play with him, you can kind of see how that could just accidentally add additional stress onto him. And he doesn't do a good job of like really displaying any kind of negative behaviors. So it might be the fact that he's just taking it, absorbing it, trying to avoid it, taking it, absorbing it, trying to avoid it, and then when he can't, or when it's at peak, that's when he kind of explodes.
Okay.
And that's another just part of social work too, just him learning to actually correct another dog without overdoing it.
Okay.
That's a hard one. Usually mothers are really good with that. Older dogs with puppies are really good with that. And it just takes time and being in certain situations for that as well. Good girl, Poppy. Good girl. At least he doesn't seem overly protective or anything like that either. He just seems generally kind of disinterested.
Like with the one we have at home,
How is he with that?
He's just full of energy at home. Like, this doesn't even seem like the same dog.
Right.
But like the instance we have there, maybe it's just normal. I've never had 2 dogs before.
Okay.
Like the older dog will go get a toy, and then this one runs up and takes it from him. Or if we're talking to the older dog, then he has to get in the middle of everything. You smell my treats, don't you?
So what I would do in those cases is kind of stand up for the older dog a little bit more and take the toy back and let the older dog play, give the other smaller dog, or give him another toy to play with and engage with him.
Okay.
Because you want to always stay control of resources at home and don't let the 2 dogs kind of decide who's in control of the resources, because then that can usually cause conflicts. And it's pretty normal too, because if he's kind of more relaxed at home in a comfortable environment especially with his sibling, right? If he's older and he's kind of used to kind of getting his way with things, if he's in a new environment with dogs that he's not comfortable with or familiar with, then that would also be understandable why his personality would change too. Like, this is a new environment for him, this is a new dog for him, and he's just unsure of both situations. And then when he's boarding, we can just see how long it takes for him to get comfortable, build that confidence, and watch the change. There you go, good boy. Yeah, good girl. So he's curious. He definitely isn't the most engaging right now, but he's not gonna, I don't think, take a toy from her or anything either. Maybe because his brother, he's more comfortable and knows that his brother's not gonna do anything. Good girl. What do you think, big guy?
You wanna walk? You just don't know, do you?
Aw. I'll go ahead and give this one a break, and I'll go get you guys some water.
Oh, thank you.
If you want, you could probably just hang out in the car for a minute and get some AC. And I'll try to get another dog out for you as well. That's gonna just be a little bit bigger and more imposing, but also really good socially. 'Cause she'll take cues. She might just seem a bit intense, and I want to see if that triggers him too, because of the fact that if he's not socialized and he's already more on the apprehensive side, then a dog that is intense can come off as looking aggressive. Happens all the time with even people. So it's easy for a dog to misread that as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Come on.
Hi, big guy. Good girl. No. There you go. Right, so there's that combination of maybe apprehensive from that energy you kind of see there. So he's almost making space now, as opposed to before, like when he would make space by moving away in a more scared way. He's making space in a more like forward way. Good boy. Sit.
Nash.
Good sit. There you go. There you go. So just a higher energy level already is something that kind of puts him, like I said before, already on the uneasy or unsure side, tips him more towards the uneasy and unsure side, you know. And even though it's good energy, it's still causing more of a negative type reaction from him. Like it almost seems like he wants to play too, and he's also harmony, and he's also like you know, kind of not wanting to engage at the same time. And I'll send you a copy of the video link, so that way you'll be able to kind of replay it and see it too. Harmony.
That's what he does when I've noticed that when he's uneasy and scared, he just sits.
So let's just try to walk with him together for a little bit and see if that'll allow him to get more comfortable. If you want to, you can give Harmony some treats too, because she wants to engage with you. Just ask her to sit for them. There you go. Good girl, good pee-pee. Harmony. Good girl. Yeah, she's very happy-go-lucky. We call her Harmony because she's the only one that we find that actually gets along with my girlfriend's dog. Who was fine at daycare, but she gets overwhelmed too. And when she gets overwhelmed, she gets snappy. Like she doesn't like other dogs in her face. So it's like the worst possible environment for her sometimes. Oh, sorry. Pausing for see, she's getting distracted by them just barking. She likes you. Good girl, Harmony. But we actually took her to daycare to try to get her to, you know, open up and socialize and get more comfortable around dogs, and it just never happened. And then when my other dog had passed away, we were trying to find her another friend, which is very hard. But these two just hit it off right away. He actually got her to play with her, and she was just comfortable. So sometimes it's just different pups will have that kind of, you know, apprehension and just make friends with very limited dogs, or dogs with very specific personality sets. Like Harmony here is really good because if the dog is snappy or scared, she'll also give it space, you know. But if they want to play and engage, she'll follow as well. So she's very reflective, just naturally so. Like you could tell with Poppy, she just wanted you for the treats, and she more wants to engage with you than him. You know, she tried. You know, she could tell that he was not having it, and she stopped.
Right.
You know, other dogs too could have a hard time picking up on cues or doing that as well.
But I can definitely see that.
Mhm.
And she's like, okay.
She's like, oh, that was fun.
You have no interest, do you?
Yeah, and that's important to see too, you know, just the fact that he also still wants to disengage. At least he's not scared of like a bigger dog too, which is sometimes what happens.
Right.
Sometimes they can even be scared of smaller dogs, darker colored dogs, lighter colored dogs. Depends on maybe past traumatic experiences as well. There you go. A little interested. Nope. And this is just a small sample size too, you know. So you have to try to take into consideration all the other personalities in that room. Most of them, like I said, the evaluation process is there to kind of screen and, you know, see if they'll get along with a few select dogs, and then you kind of go from there. But that doesn't mean it'll always fit, you know, every other dog that comes in afterwards or something like that. And also, like, he might just need a break too if it's just overwhelming. I don't know how often you went.
2 days a week.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, every other day.
Okay.
So
So
just 2 days.
okay.
And they said that, you know, we, like I said, you wouldn't listen to the trainers, but like you said, it could be distraction.
Hi. Good boy.
They made a comment that
Come.
pretty much when he's in the room, they needed 2 trainers or 2. I don't know what they were. Not trainers.
The room attendants.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and let him sniff. He's like, she's eating it. Yeah, no. Yeah, I know, she's a cow. There you go. So you can tell he's much more okay with this, you know. Maybe it's just because it's that initial greeting, or maybe it's just the energy level in general. And in places like that too, you're gonna generally have a lot higher energy level overall. Same with like a dog park, unless it's like later on in the evening at the dog park when everybody's kind of winding down,
Right.
or if your dog park just has a lot more senior dogs in there or something like that. It just really depends on the social setting. But I don't see anything super aggressive, at least,
Good.
which is good. He definitely is more on the shy and timid side, and definitely prefers his space. And so that's going to definitely be a factor, you know.
Right.
If he's uncomfortable and he needs to make space, like you said there, he's going to either move back or he's going to move forward. But he's going to make space. Yeah. We'll see if he's possessive over the water or anything like that.
You're a good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl. Oh, they're treating her well.
Yeah, no, very good. Doesn't seem overly protective of the water bowl or mom or anything. I wish I had more time, but I feel like it would probably be a lot of the same, even with the other 2 dogs.
Okay, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm sorry I'm late, but
No, it's
at
okay.
least you got to
Yeah,
see him and
yeah, we'll definitely work with him. I think trying to find him some playmates that are maybe lower energy at first, let him build his confidence in like social settings, or just getting him more used to social settings in general will help.
then I'll get
You just have to be careful with it.
training done, but I've got a couple weeks. So
Yeah, yeah,
we'll get
just
started on that this week.
just take it slow and steady at
Good
first.
idea about doing it outside.
That'll help too, just because of the distractions. Harmony? No.
Might help the fact that him eating everything while he's out there too.
There you go.
You like the home?
But yeah, it was really nice meeting you.
Nice
Definitely look
meeting
forward
you.
to working with him. I think I think we'll do good, especially since like I know the other dog park really well.
Okay.
You know, having lived there for a while and working with some of the clients, so I know when to go when it's not busy.
At Dogtopia or?
Oh, at the actual dog park.
Oh, the actual dog park.
Mhm.
Where's that at?
There's one in Fredericksburg. We usually go to the one off of Kenmore Avenue, the Fredericksburg Dog Park, or the McDuff one might also be good for him. And I can bring Poppy because they actually have the section off in like small, medium, and large.
Oh, okay.
Too, and then usually the small one's pretty quiet. So I think really starting him off slow and steady to kind of build up his social skills and his comfort will help.
Okay.
Whether that, you know, it'll completely change his personality and he'll become like a social butterfly will be, you know, a completely different thing.
Yeah, and he's scheduled to start with you on the 28th, I think it is.
Okay. So yeah, we got plenty of time.
Yeah, so you'll just tell me when to bring him and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, yep. And we'll go over that usually like the week of, and you can always hit me up beforehand because I'll always get overwhelmed and busy, but I'll try to remember the week of to kind of contact you to kind of schedule everything out.
That'll work.
Most of the time I try to keep the days open for when new boards come in, so that way, you know, it depends on your schedule, and also it gives them more time to get acclimated to a new environment and all the other dogs.
Okay.
So I'll try to keep it, you know, not scheduled if possible, but sometimes
During the
clients.
2 weeks that you have him, at any point in time during that time, am I interacting with him?
Oh yeah, you'll definitely be able to join us at the dog park and the social sessions, the walking sessions, things like that.
Okay, perfect.
I think everything else he seems to be really good at so far, but you know, it might also, like I said, because he's uncomfortable in a new environment, and sometimes they'll like start pulling when they're excited, you know, at the social session. Like Poppy, for example, she was really good with the walking drills this morning and in the neighborhood, but as soon as I take her to like even the shopping center there, she gets overwhelmed and starts pulling to run away from things.
Gotcha.
So she has a different kind of social work that we have to do.
Mommy,
Oh, she's like, I can.
Good
Oh.
girl. Good girl. Memphis, you ready to go? Memphis, now ready to go?
I see the theme. Oh, well, it was nice meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you.
I'll pick that up.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you in 3 weeks or so.
All right, have a good one.